This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by
porkfest.com.
I'm standing here with Renee from Northwood, Free Stater who moved here in '07, is that right?
No, 8.
Oh, wait. And you have got something going on. Free Staters, of course, are people who moved to New Hampshire for more freedom, and you've got an idea to enhance our communications infrastructure. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's the most important piece. We probably should have like an emergency network system, so to speak, to communicate with each other. And when I first joined the Free State Project, one of the things that I put on the forum was kind of a shout out for any ham radio operators, and I didn't get any responses. So now we're going to try radio, and hopefully if any ham radio operators are out there, if you could get in touch with me through Dave and just let me know how we can hook up and establish ham radios in each section of New Hampshire in case of any unforeseen emergencies, because ham radios can work a multitude of ways. You can have one in your car, sort of like a CB, and I'm not really all that familiar with all of this. I'm only bringing it up and taking it on because my father was an avid ham radio user. He was president of his radio club in Massachusetts, and he was K1IBR for any of you ham radio folks out there. And what I want to do is learn how to do the ham radio, and I'm going to be doing that with Honey, who lives a town over from me, and we're going to try to get some Free Staters involved and interested in this method of communication. It's what they use whenever there's like a huge earthquake, or even during the tsunami, I believe. There was ham radio operators were that only connection to what's going on. And the great thing is the range that you have with a ham radio, because my father, who lived in Massachusetts, was talking to people from overseas all the time with it. So this is hopefully going to be, and I'm doing it, so hopefully is the key word here, just a network of ham radio operators who will just be able to communicate in times of any discourse.
The idea would be not just to communicate with one another, but also be able to get word out about anything that's happening to us, I assume.
Yes, absolutely. Just the idea of having a backup system of being able to communicate, I guess, is the main goal here. And my father definitely stressed it is probably one of the most important parts of all of this is to always, we've kind of taken for granted that the cell phones will always be there, the internet will always be there, or even that the landlines will always be there. But there's so many things going on, and even just with natural disasters like the ice storm, a lot of people were without phones, electricity, and ways to even communicate with other Free Staters then. So this ham operating system network would be a great way to just put into place a nice emergency communication network.
So Renee is going to be getting together with another Free Stater woman and making a presentation at Porcupine Fest in 2010. I don't know if there's going to be in 09, but Renee's also suggesting that folks in New Hampshire, liberty activists, should go ahead and take a look at the existing ham radio infrastructure, find out where some of the nearest operators are to where you live. That might be a life-saving thing to know and an opportunity for you to remain connected with the world, even if normal communication structures are down, as we near, some sort of collapse, apparently, in the United States. Free Staters host awesome events. The next big one is Porcupine Festival, starting June 25th, 2009. We'll be doing a lot of this, and a lot of this. It's inexpensive, it's pretty, And PorkFest accepts Liberty Dollars.